Greetings, my name is Libby Whiting and this tutorial will briefly introduce you to the Washington Marine Spatial Planning online tools. The online mapping tools are located at www.msp.wa.gov. Under the Learn page, you will find the definition as well as information about the overall planning process. Under Connect, you can find ways to get involved in the planning process through listservs and events in your area. And let's go into the Explore page. Under Explore, you can find 4 different options of tools: the MSP projects, data catalog, topic maps, which are still under development, and what the tutorial focuses on today, the mapping application. So go ahead and click into the mapping application. It allows users like you to explore data and view interactions between different types of marine uses. So this is the interface for the mapping application, or the MSP data viewing tool. Let's talk about the tabs at the left. On the data tab, go ahead and open some of these different categories by clicking on the category label. You'll see that a drop down of data appear with specific data layers that relate in some way to the data category labels. So under human uses, there's a list of data layers that document human activities such as shipping and fishing. To display data on the map, go ahead and click the checkbox next to the data, as you'll see I did for fishing ports, and you can see some of the data appears on the right hand side on your map. I'm going to go ahead and activate some of those data layers by clicking. You may want to take some time and really explore the available data in this portal and know that it changes and things are added regularly. If I didn't want to search through all of this data, I could go back up to the top and click some keywords into my search, such as buoys, and then click on buoys and have that appear on my map as well. I'm going to activate a few more data layers. There we go. And once you have the data layers selected, we can move into the Active tab, where you can do a variety of things with the displayed data. I can do things like rearrange the order of the data layers by dragging and dropping layers. So I think shipping is a little bit intense, and if I move it down here, there, everything else comes on top of shipping. Data description, I can read the description of data by clicking the eye to the left of the data layer. There are 2 buttons where I can download the data directly onto my computer through a zip file in an ArcGIS shapefile format, or I can go to the data catalog where I can download data, connect to web services for all of the data, and then learn more about the original sources. So that's all under the eye icon. I can change the transparency of some of this data by clicking on the half moon shape to the right of the data layer and then choosing about half transparency. You can see my shipping data. I can now see through it a little bit more, and if I do the same to some of the other layers, then I can see the interaction between those two. I can do a point click where I point at something and then click on it with my mouse, and a pop-up shows a little bit more information about that. If it's getting a little bit messy, I can turn a layer off by deselecting the box next to it, and the data disappears from the map. It'll remain on my list but not show up on the map. But if I really want to close it out, I can click the X next to that layer, and now it's gone from my list. Of course, you can go back to the Data tab and reactivate it at any time. A way to dive into the data, so to speak, is to zoom in and out using the plus and minus sign. There's the plus sign. You may have already noticed that you can also use your computer mouse to scroll on a specific location. And as you can see, the scale bar at the bottom readjusts as I move the map in and out. Another tab at the top is the legend, which displays symbology information for each of the different layers. So in the legend, you can see all of the layers that I have activated, and each color displays different symbols. So each of these colors will tell you a little bit more about what the data on the map mean. On the right-hand side of the mapping application is the toolbar. I'll run through each of these quickly, and you can, of course, pause and run through each of them on your own. The base maps, the first one there, Allows you to select different images for the background map, including streets, oceans, which we're on now, and even NOAA charts. So go ahead and click streets, and you'll see that on land a few of the streets popped up. The next tool is Find Location. We talked about being able to zoom in and out using the buttons on the left, but this tool allows you to orient the map around specific geographic locations, including latitude and longitude degrees, MSP regions, including all of the coastal counties and estuaries, counties, which is any county in Washington State, and even the township, range, and section of a specific area. So if I click back into MSP regions and select Grays Harbor County, you can see that the map reorients itself and highlights Grays Harbor County for me. There are a few saving and sharing tools up here in the toolbar. You can add a bookmark so that each map that you save as a bookmark will appear in a list on your personal computer each time you return to the mapping application. So I have a few bookmarks here from before, and you can see that my titles are all here. I could also create a new one. You can print your map in a few different formats onto a template by clicking the Print Maps icon. This may take a little while, so I'm going to keep moving as it's creating it for me. You can also create a unique URL for your map by clicking the Share This Map link, and then the link can be copied and pasted into a new tab, and it will have all of the data layers that I have activated there. You can paste it into a document or an email or a website to share. And here is my printed document on a template with the data and my title and the legend all here. So there's the new one that was just activated for me. There we go. And this one's getting a little bit messy, but there are also some analysis tools under the wrench icon. To measure the distance from one point to another, select the middle distance button. Click once to start the measurement tool and twice to stop. The results appear in the pop-up on the right-hand side in a default unit. You can change the measurement of the unit by selecting the drop-down menu and then another unit. To measure the area of a shape, select the left area button, click, 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 and then double-click to close the shape. Results again appear here in the pop-up and can be changed to the appropriate metric for your task. The last button under the wrench icon is the latitude-longitude tool. The lat-long bar at the right follows my mouse pointer and displays latitude and longitude degree locations of the mouse pointer. However, you can also click a point on the map and add a marker and view the degrees. Again, the results appear up in the pop-up and can be changed by selecting the drop-down. A new feature is Map Themes. When completed, this drop-down list will have a series of pre-selected data layers that focus on important ocean topics such as shipping, fishing, and recreation. Shipping is the first theme map to be completed, so select Shipping to load the relevant data to Washington's marine shipping industry. This is more of a static map that's intended as a snapshot for each of the marine sectors. So go ahead and expand the category of shipping and activate the data similar to the mapping application. Clicking on Map Themes Marine Spatial Planning will reload the interactive map. And if I were to get a little bit lost up here in Canada and didn't know where I was, I could click this home icon and it will always bring me back to Washington's full marine coastal extent. And my location activates the GPS in my computer and will display your general location under My Data or My Location. You'll have to activate a external pop-up here. You'll have to allow that. That's all I have. Thank you for your attention. Please be sure to read the step-by-step tutorial on the Explore page and check out the website for more information. Thank you.